slam that gate on.
Almost. Well, what's up, guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and it's time for part 2 of the wild, crazy heifer escape video. So if you saw the last video, or if you didn't see, I'll give you a little recap. Got this crazy wild heifer. Some of my viewers don't think she's crazy. They think it's my fault because I didn't tame her down. Whatever, we're not going into that. But I was gonna load the crazy heifer in the trailer and take her to the processor. Her appointment is at 9 o'clock this morning. Well, she tore through the fence yesterday, escaped, and headed for the hills. And everyone said, call some cowboys, call somebody to rope her, tranquilize her, go shoot her, drag her back to the house with your tractor, whatever it takes. So, here's what I did. I made a couple phone calls. I calmed down because I kind of lost my cool for a little while. It was a very high stress moment for me. You gonna make it back there, Bear? Or are you just talking to the camera? It was a very high stress moment. So I let it calm down. We had us a nice shrimp boil for Mother's Day. It was awesome. Anyway, so about 2 or 3 hours later, I decided I'm gonna go look for her, give her plenty of time to chill out, to calm down, and get out driving around on the sidekick, and bam, there she was out in the woods. And I got a little bit of footage with my phone, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that. I didn't take my camera with me because I didn't have real high expectations, and I found her in the woods. So I'll show you that. Well, this is going to be interesting. Might just get lucky with old Crazy Eyes. Been out in the timber looking for her, finally found her, and she's actually headed right down this fence line, going to my neighbor's, and he's down there trying to open a gate, and we're gonna try to run her into a corral. I don't know if it'll work or not. Worth a shot. Well, it worked. She's headed towards his cows in the pasture over here. Maybe he's got some up in a lot, but she just cruised right on through that gate. No problems yet. Well, after all that stress, in that last video, guys, you saw Crazy Eyes bolted. She just blew through the fence and got away. I thought, gosh. We'll give her several hours. Talked to my neighbor. He said, yeah, we'll open the gates. I don't have any cows in that pasture. I've got them locked up right now, and I'm weaning a couple calves, and those 2 weaning calves bawling might just draw her over that way. So I thought, well, it's getting close to dark. I brought the sidekick out, moseying through the woods thinking, I may not ever see her. I didn't even bring a camera. I'm just recording this on my phone. Well, that was about 1,000,000 times easier than I expected. Luckily, he got there before she did, running down the fence line, opened the gate. She walked right out in the pasture, as you guys saw, and she didn't like his hot wire fence. She ran straight to that herd of calves, and he had a hot wire fence up, and she stuck her nose to it and said, "Pow!" But I'm blown away. After all the stress I went through of her getting out, tearing through that fence, guys, I was upset. I was stressed out because you've seen how crazy this heifer is. Come over here on the sidekick, found her in the woods, the dogs. Not that I have cow dogs. I'm not claiming to have cow dogs, but Bella, Bear, and Gemma all just kind of trailed along behind her, as you saw, and she just moseyed through the timber, right out down the fence line, right through the gate, and now she's locked up in my neighbor's lot. He's got a loading chute there. We're just gonna leave her here overnight and still make that 9 o'clock appointment in the morning. Drama. I thought Dutch was, keeping it Dutch, you know, probably why all this happened. I wore Dutch's shirt. I thought Dutch was the drama queen, but today, lots of drama for me. I'm so happy that this worked out. So how about that? I mean, I'm talking about the most stressful thing. I just knew that crazy heifer was gonna just poof, gone. But I called and got some advice from people that have a lot more years of experience in the cattle world, and they said, just give her time, let her calm down. Your neighbor's probably got cows, she's gonna go to that herd. Well, we just kind of got lucky, and he was weaning calves yesterday. And when you're weaning calves, they're all out there in the pasture or in the lot going boo, boo, just making all kinds of racket. Well, that just attracted her straight to them. We got her locked up in the pen over there. I mean, I'm telling my neighbor, hey, she's wild, she's crazy, just watch out for her. She just, no big deal. Other than the one little instance where she stuck her nose to his hot wire. she learned real quick what a hot wire is about. So I'm gonna, like I said, I borrowed a truck and trailer. The reason I had to borrow the truck also is because the only trailer I could find available from a friend was a gooseneck. He just said, just take the truck too, because my half-ton pickup's not built to pull the big gooseneck trailer. So we're gonna go load her up and still make the processing date appointment. It's a little more stressful than what it should have been, but she's been able to chill, just relax, be calm all night long. She's over there in the lot with some other cows, so she shouldn't be stressed out. That was my thing. I didn't want to kill a cow that was stressed out. It just, I'm not going to say it ruins the meat by any means, but there's probably some bit of that adrenaline rush and stress and the chemicals they release in their body. They might make the meat not quite so flavorful. Either way, I don't want a stressed out animal. I try not to stress my animals out. Yesterday, old crazy eye stressed me out. But anyways, let's go get her picked up and take her to the processor. I can't wait to see what she weighs. Almost. Let me open the gate. a lot better than in our house.
That was better than yesterday.
It was definitely better than yesterday, but that was still insane. I mean, you see how wild she is. Everybody says, oh, she's not wild. You should have just tamed her down.
Yeah.
Tame her.
Nothing to it.
Tame her. She's crazy. What do you think she weighs? Oh, I was right. I guessed her at 800. Good enough. Close enough for me. Well, someone got bumped to the front of the line. See the rest of the calves out here, just normal, calm, not crazy eyes, but she's crazy. I can honestly say this is a happy day for me. I am glad to be getting rid of her because I just don't want to get anybody hurt. And I was guessing her at 800 pounds. You know, when we got her, it was back in February. It's not that long ago. People were like, oh, bull, she's only like 300, 350. Well, I promise you she didn't gain from 350 to 800 pounds in 3 months. There's no way. But I guessed her at 800. She weighed about, kind of when she stood still, we're going with 815. Not bad. She's going to be a very welcome addition to our freezer. And I'm so thankful to have her here. What happened yesterday was a total disaster. She ripped through the fence, could have got hurt, could have got someone else hurt. Luckily, my neighbor was weaning calves and put those calves away, had them all locked up, and they were bellowing trying to get to their mamas, and she went right to them. Look at her. She just crazy. So anyways, that's the end of Crazy Eyes, a wild-eyed heifer. We'll come back and pick her up and take her to the freezer in a couple weeks. Well, made it back home. I guess that worked out. You know, my shirt here, it was given to me at the meet and greet. Life's a garden, dig it. Well, yesterday I was not digging it. Kind of a little bit ashamed of myself for the way I acted, but that was a stressful thing, and I'm glad it worked out. I know a lot of people don't understand why we're butchering a heifer. I get it. A lot of people I had people wanting to trade, wanting me to give them that heifer for a steer. I even had one person say they would give me 2 steers for that heifer. But I made a deal with my cousin that gave her to me, and I promise you he wasn't just trying to dump a problem in my lap. That was not his intent. And she really, I truly believe she wasn't like that with him. But when we separated her from her herd, she just never did calm down. As you saw, we were loading her in the trailer, unloading her at the processor. She's just a high stress animal, and that's not what I want on my farm. That's not the temperament of any kind of animal I want. That's why I kind of like my goat herd back here. So they're not stressful, I promise you, they're not stressed out. And a lot of people bash, people that are raising animals and they're acting like that, and they're like, oh, it's so terrible, I can't believe you do that to an animal. Listen, we try to treat our animals very respectful. We try to treat them in a kind way. We're not mean to them. I wasn't out there with a hot shot and cattle prod zapping her and all that stuff. It just is what it is. We eat meat, and that's part of life. If we're gonna eat meat, something's gotta die, and I would much rather give it a happy life here, just like those guys. She just wasn't meant to be here, and she's gone now. Oh, I'm just glad that worked out. I'm so thankful. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm so glad everything worked out in the end, and it was much easier than what I expected. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.